So, summary for Red November. First off, I should definitely point out this is a very polarizing game. Some people really, really hate this game, almost irrationally so. I mean, just loathe this game. And I think a lot of that is probably because the best laid plans, the most carefully constructed, perfectly executed turn can be completely messed up by this little guy here. I mean, you can go over to stop the, or fix the oxygen distribution system pressure thingy, whatever, and, with the manual for the highest bonus and just, spending 5 minutes and still make that perfectly terrible roll that costs you everything. And it, you might be thinking, well, why don't I just spend enough minutes that everything's a success? Or success is basically guaranteed. And, well, you do that and you're crossing so many events all the time that not only are you rarely going to get a turn because you'll be so far ahead, but you'll be triggering all these disasters you won't be able to help deal with. But by the same token, that's one of the things I like about this game. It actually keeps you teetering on the edge of survival, and it keeps you wondering if you're going to be able to survive. You can make the best plans in the world, and sometimes life just turns against you, and it's a fun little simulation of that in some ways. That sometimes you try your hardest and just don't make it. It keeps the game, interesting. I cannot stand co-ops that are too easy. If you're playing against the game, it needs to be challenging you. Otherwise, you've only got a few plays before you're experienced enough that there's nothing left. Where you're just like, oh, yawn, beat it again. And that's just, I like replayability. And this one definitely gives you a pretty decent amount for a small footprint. I mean, it's a small board, small cards, small box. It's very space efficient. Now, it drives me nuts, and this is pretty irrational, but this is the green piece.
The dark green piece.
It's the green piece. Is there another green piece?
There is another green piece.
Oh, right, there is a light green, isn't there? Still, this is not very green to my mind.
It's not.
And it's probably a stupid little quibble, but it drives me nuts.
I think they could have picked a whole separate color rather than having two.
But all in all, this is a pretty decent FFG fare at a reasonable price. I want to say it's low 20s, I think. Something around 24, 25 bucks, somewhere in that area. Definitely a decent amount of game for your money, but keep in mind, even if you like it, you're probably going to run into some people that just hate it for whatever reason. So, keep that in mind. If you like what you saw, it's cheap enough. It's definitely worth giving a chance to. Pretty easy for the younger types to get into as well. Not too young, but, well, not too old either of a requirement, certainly. Theme isn't too horribly intense or anything either, so, gnomes keep it lighthearted and goofy. And this adorable little fellow, I love the Kraken. He's so cute. I like to think he's actually trying to rescue the sub. We don't understand. He's trying to help us up to the surface. He's a hero Kraken. Anyway, so, yeah, that should give you a pretty good idea, I hope. So, consider checking it out if you liked what you saw. Questions, comments, all that, let me know. Until next time, get off your computer and play some more games.